Lionel Messi, the 8-time Ballon d'Or winner, just played what almost everyone believes is his last World Cup, and the whole sport leaned in to hear him say one word: retirement. He never said it. On July 19th, at MetLife Stadium outside New York, Argentina lost the final 1-0 to Spain in extra time. A Spain side led in attack by 18-year-old Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams. And at 39 years old, Messi walked off the biggest stage in the game without telling a single soul whether he'll ever wear the Argentina shirt again. What happened next is the real story, and it isn't what the headlines promised you. Here's the plain version. Messi has not announced that he's retiring from anything. According to Thai Sea Sports and their reporter Gaston Edul, the outlet sitting closest to the Argentina camp, Messi is not walking away from the national team right now. Instead, the plan being reported is a staged goodbye, a special tribute match at home in Argentina, announced far enough in advance that fans can actually be inside the stadium for it. His club future is already locked. He's under contract with Inter Miami in the United States through 2028. Now, let that sit for a second. The man everyone expected to quit has just told the world, without saying a word, that he isn't finished. To understand why the whole planet expected the opposite, you have to see what he did over the last month. This wasn't a farewell tour, where the old legend gets carried by younger legs. Per NBC and ESPN, Messi scored 8 goals and added 4 assists across the 2026 tournament. He opened with a hat trick against Algeria on June 16th. 6 days later, against Austria, he scored again and passed Germany legend Miroslav Klose to become the all-time leading scorer in men's World Cup history. He finished with 21 career World Cup goals. That puts him ahead of the mark Klose set at Brazil 2014, a record that had stood for 12 years. He also became the first player ever to start 3 different World Cup finals, 2014, 2022 in Qatar, and now 2026. Think about that. At an age when most players are coaching, he dragged his country to the final of a tournament that he'd already won. And then the final went quiet. This is the part the highlight channels skip. Spain suffocated him. Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams tormented Argentina's backline all night, and Ferran Torres scored the only goal in the 106th minute. Per ESPN's match report, Messi finished with just 54 touches, while Argentina managed only 2 shots the entire night, none on target. On the other end, Aston Villa goalkeeper Emiliano Martinez made 11 saves. Per Yahoo Sports, that's the most in any World Cup final since records began in 1966, breaking the old mark of 8. Read that again. Argentina's keeper set a record for saves in a final his team still lost. That's how one-sided the night was. So, the run was historic. The last act was silence. And that silence is where the story turns. If you guys are enjoying the video, please like and subscribe to get more updates on all things soccer related. Here is a detail almost nobody outside Argentina got right, and it happened before the final even settled. In the chaos after the whistle, a brawl broke out between the 2 teams, and it was widely reported that Argentina's Leandro Paredes had been sent off. That red card was never real. FIFA's own match report system logged it by mistake, and later clarified that referee Slavko Vincic issued no such card. The fight happened. The red card didn't. If you saw that headline, you saw a fact that never existed, and FIFA's disciplinary case into the brawl is still open right now. There's a stranger thread too, and it tells you how much pressure surrounded this man. Before the final, a locker room video leaked of Messi telling his teammates, "Calm down, let's forget about everything." In Argentina, a rumor caught fire that FBI agents were at MetLife that night to arrest the president of the Argentine Football Association, the AFA, Chiqui Tapia, and that Messi's speech was somehow tied to it. It was nonsense. The debunking came from inside the room. Carlos McAllister, father of Argentina midfielder Alexis McAllister, went on Radio La Red and confirmed the speech was purely tactical. Triangles, keeping the ball on the floor, that's it. But the wild version traveled first, and most people never heard the boring truth. So, why doesn't Messi just retire and take the farewell everyone's ready to give him? Follow the money, because it reframes everything. Officially, Messi is the highest paid player in Major League Soccer, with guaranteed compensation of about $20.45 million per year, per the league's Players Association, and that figure covers what appears on the MLS Season Pass broadcasts on Apple TV. But that number is a decoy. Inter Miami's managing owner Jorge Mas told Bloomberg in March that the real figure is far bigger. His exact words: "I pay Messi, worth every penny, but it's 70 to 80 million a year, across everything. The gap is equity, media revenue, and kit sales." And here's the part that changes how you read all of it. Reporting from Sportico and others says Messi is set to become a part owner of Inter Miami when he retires, with a stake in the range of 10 to 15%. Picture a superstar in the NFL or NBA who doesn't just get paid to play. He gets handed a slice of the franchise the day he stops. That's the deal. Retirement isn't an exit for Messi, it's a payday. Now the club drama, because Miami has been busy. On July 22nd, Inter Miami announced the signing of Casemiro, the veteran Brazilian midfielder who arrived from Manchester United. Almost immediately, MLS opened a tampering review. The LA Galaxy filed a complaint over the rights to sign him, per the league. Miami and the Galaxy reached a settlement, but MLS is still reviewing the case and hasn't released the terms. And if that feels like a one-off, it isn't. Back in 2020, Inter Miami were fined $2 million for breaking the league's roster rules over another signing, the French midfielder Blaise Matuidi. Same club, same pattern of pushing the edges. Casemiro made his debut on July 25th anyway, in a 1-0 win. Here's the complication for anyone ready to crown this a fairy tale ending. Messi has said nothing. He posted one message on Instagram the day after the final. The pain is immense, and it will take time for this wound to heal. That's the entire public statement. Everything else, the farewell match, the timeline, the idea he plays on toward the next Copa America in 2028, is reported by insiders, not confirmed by him. And Messi has history here. He briefly retired from Argentina once before, in 2016, then came back. He told TAC Sports last September, "I don't think I'll play another World Cup." So, the quiet exit is still on the table. Nobody actually knows, and the people insisting they do are guessing. There's also a warning sign hiding in plain sight. His own coach, Lionel Scaloni, has been managing his minutes for a while now. In a qualifier against Colombia this year, Messi asked to be substituted himself. By last October, Scaloni was already saying they wouldn't take any risks whatsoever with him. The body is being handled with care. That's not the language you use around a player with years left. So, where does that leave you tonight? Messi is back in Miami, resting under the post-tournament rules that let him sit out until roughly August 9th. He's expected back on the field during the league's cup, the cross-border tournament with Mexican clubs, running August 5th through the 12th. Argentina's next window opens in September, and somewhere in there sits a farewell match that has no date, no opponent, and no confirmation from the only man who matters. The world expected an ending on July 19th. What it got was a plan, reported by other people, for a goodbye on Messi's terms, later at home and paid in full. The next time he speaks for himself, it won't be a rumor. Watch for the FIFA international window in September.